I want to again thank our members for joining us today for this subcommittee markup. And we know there are two immutable facts with the President Biden's budget request for fiscal year 2024. First, Army does not have sufficient monies to support their Army modernization strategy. Extensive gaps in the fielding of the future of the Army are resident across the entire budget request, including procurement shortfalls in Abrams tanks, Bradley fighting vehicles, and Paladin howitzers. But this should not be surprising, considering Army budget was reduced from last year and resulted in a 5% reduction in real procurement after being adjusted for inflation. My fear is that the Army's future needs to be significantly scaled back to meet future requirements and deliver the right capabilities is going to continue to eat away at Army capability. And the second immutable fact is that the Air Force is getting smaller because the budget does not support Air Force requirements. We are in a force structure decline that we will not be able to reverse, and this decline hits us at the exact time pontificated by the Davidson window in the late 2020s. The Air Force plans on divesting 801 fighter aircraft and only procuring 345 new F-35A and F-15EX aircraft over the next 5 years. But even worse, I am concerned that this declination may accelerate as future tactical aircraft are expected to cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and inflation continues to bite into real defense growth. It is obvious that we need to change our strategy and our direction. Our zeal for real capability needs to be adequately balanced with our fiscal realities. Unfortunately, this budget request fails to provide both for our armed forces, and worse, accelerates the likelihood of future conflict by failing to narrow the impending window of opportunity for the Chinese Communist Party. The Army needs a new strategy that looks beyond a potential European conflict and focuses instead on fully providing the capabilities required to meet the Indo-Pacific's challenges of distance and depth. One that provides for long-range fires, missile defense, logistics, and communications necessary to fully enable the joint force. And the Air Force needs a dose of budget reality in developing the required force structure needed to be successful in a future conflict. The Air Force must provide long-range sensing, autonomous tanking, and collaborative combat aircraft in the near term. We need to take steps today to reduce risk and increase capacity. Additionally, I'm particularly concerned about the lack of innovation in our energetics portfolio. We are being lapped by China with our own innovations. We need to rapidly change our energetic strategy from one focused on precision strike to one of expanded range and lethality. Improving on the President's budget request, this mark does a good job of balancing risk with regards to expanded Army modernization and our aviation force structure. It supports effort to retire legacy aircraft and accelerates alternative capabilities to exploit seams of battle. It seeks to expand the promise of the fourth offset offered by the collaborative combat aircraft and emphasizes the delivery of capability concurrent with the Davidson window. I think that we have a long way to go to shape the future, and the vision of our military services is at stake. I look forward to rapidly incorporating evolving technology and emerging technologies at the speed of relevance while divesting failing capability. In conclusion, I think this mark has been difficult but provides the right capabilities with the right balance to support our warfighters. This mark is not the result of a single person, but the result of a team working toward a common goal. I want to especially highlight the support of my teammate, Congressman Don Norcross. I continue to be amazed as to what a bipartisan group can do when we are aligned towards a common goal. And Don, thank you so much for your leadership and for all that you've done as part of our effort to make sure we're moving things in the right direction. Our mark is better because of your direct interest and support in your efforts. And with that, I yield to our ranking member, Don Norcross, for his remarks.